Hello.
Hello and welcome
To the Sweating Palms podcast.
We're the podcast that makes your palms sweat.
Yeah.
Yes, like ours do.
Yes, mine do frequently.
Yeah, who are you?
I am Montana.
Oh, hi.
Hi, I missed you.
I missed you too. It's been a long time.
2 weeks.
Yeah, do you know me? I'm Jenna.
Yes, I know you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we live together, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've recorded together, hasn't it?
It has been a hot minute, yes.
A hot minute. Yes, it has. So, you just got done with some technical difficulties. I just got done playing Animal Crossing. So.
Which is coming along quite nicely, may I just say.
terraforming is out of this frickin' world.
Yes, I'm very happy with your progress on your house.
Thank you. My house looks gorgeous.
And the outfits on your character?
I look so cozy.
Bomb.
Yes, it looks like almost me except with gray hair because it's cool.
Because it's cute.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you'll get gray hair.
I know, I'm excited.
Sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it probably won't happen until I'm about 40.
You
honestly.
silver-tongued devil.
Silver-haired
devil. Oh, look at that.
Ay.
Ay.
What?
No idea.
You're so weird.
I was thinking about Savage Love, where they go, la 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 la.
Oh, that is a good song?
Yeah, it's just that part's weird.
No one.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, so obviously we've forgotten how to record together. Yeah. Jenna and Montana, we're here. What are we doing? We're making your palms sweat. How are we doing that? We're telling you stories. What kind of stories?
Survival stories.
Survival stories.
Ghost stories.
Ghost stories.
Embarrassing stories.
Embarrassing stories.
Love stories.
Love stories.
And any other story we really feel like sharing.
Yeah, true crime. I like the true crimes.
Oh, yes, the true crime.
Oh, gosh, those make my palms sweat hard. You've never had hard palm sweat?
No, that's weird.
Just me, huh? Good thing I scheduled a doctor's appointment, I guess.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. All right. Well, here we are. That's who we are. That's what we do. We're doing it right now. Here it is. Is it good? We don't know.
Yes, it's good.
Is it?
Of course it is.
Hmm.
We've
Okay.
touched it. It will turn to gold. Yes.
Gold.
Anyway, what's on your mind?
No. Actually, what's on your mind?
Oh, I go first?
Yeah, you're going first.
Oh, okay. Well, I had a coworker share something with me.
Oh.
Yes, so this is going to be his thought of the day, if you will.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so this is quite exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. Does he care if you say his name?
Let's call him Chad.
Let's just call him Chad.
Let's call him Chad.
Okay.
Because...
Let's call him that.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yep.
I like that name.
Thank you.
It's a solid name.
It's a solid name.
Okay, Chad, what's up?
Yeah. So Chad, we're calling him that because that's his name. His name is Chad. I did receive permission to use his name.
Okay, good.
Okay. Chad. Let me just pull up my notes.
Okay.
So me and Chad were riding in a truck together.
Uh-huh.
And he is relaying a story to me
Uh-huh.
that I am now going to relay to all of you.
Yay!
So Tad.
Chad? What's his real name?
And here comes Tad. No, Chad. So Chad is a single guy.
Okay.
Okay. And he occasionally peruses the Tinders.
I love Tinder.
I've never used Tinder. I thought about using Tinder before, but I didn't.
I have, but I haven't. We can talk about that later. Go ahead. So he uses the Tinders.
He uses the Tinders. The Tinders. The Tinders. That made me laugh. Okay, anyway.
Chicken tenders.
The chicken Tinders.
Okay.
Anyway, so he is saying, so I got this message on Tinder yesterday.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. And he's like, well, was it like 2 a.m?
Uh-huh. Of course.
Right? And so he's like, and immediately I was like, and he's like, yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, okay, 2 a.m., getting a message. All right.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So and he says to me, this is fucking weird. All right. And he just relays the story. So this is how the text message sequence went. It's quite short.
Okay.
Hey, boy, is what she said.
Cool.
And he says, sup, girl.
All right.
Because he's Chad.
Yeah. Sounds right.
And then she says, not much, just chilling. How about you?
Uh-huh.
So he says, like, that the day was pretty timid and that he felt like he wasted it.
Okay. It was a timid sort of day, huh?
Yeah. He didn't do a whole lot with his day.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
It's like, and I get it. He's laying the groundwork. Like, it's been kind of a boring day.
Okay.
You have the opportunity to spice it up. Like, let's spice it up. It's been timid.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Then, this is how she replies. Okay.
I'm excited.
Before I read this, I want to remind you that this is in the wee hours of the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She says, I don't like that mindset, Chad. You have to be thankful for the ability and the chance to relax.
Goddamn right, Chad.
And he goes, what the fuck? So he's relaying this to me. He's like, dude, she used my first name. She scolded me at 2 a.m. She got on Tinder and berated me for not having a positive attitude and for the ability to relax.
I like her style.
And he immediately unmatched her.
I like her style.
That is not acceptable.
I like it.
No, why?
Now
what?
I will get into my Tinder experience. Insert dream sequence thought bubble music here that we don't have, so just picture it. Back in the day, about 2 or so years ago, I was a single bachelorette on the prowl. Not really on the prowl. I didn't give a shit about having a relationship or hooking up with anyone. But there were a lot of, about 2 years ago, there was a lot of Tinder screenshots going around the internet. And I'm like, this shit's hilarious. I need to get on Tinder.
Sure.
So I got on Tinder and I was like, I was literally not expecting to meet anyone cool. I'm like, I'm going to look at some cute pictures and I'm going to left, right, whatever stuff and talk to people. And most of the time I would just troll these guys so fucking
just
hard.
As a pastime?
Yeah, I had a great time doing it.
That is horrible.
Like I would, do my mom thing and then put the kids to bed. And then once the kids were in bed, I'd be like, I'm gonna get on the Tinders. And I would just left, right, left, right, left, right. And sometimes if somebody seemed particularly interesting, I would swipe whatever way you swipe to like them.
Sure.
And they would message, as is customary with Tinders, because you see, the man shall always message first.
Well, this lady did not.
Well, this lady was that's why I like her style. So
are you suggesting that she may have just been a troll?
No, maybe. Yeah, actually, kind of, yeah.
So she's just
sort of, yeah. First of all, because here's the thing. Here's the difference between guys and gals on Tinder.
Oh.
Like I said, guys always send the first message. Guys are not used to having the first message sent to them.
I don't know.
Okay?
I think my boy Chad would disagree.
You know what, Chad? Shut up and listen, okay?
Wow.
Listen for a second. It's true. Statistically speaking, because I've researched this because I'm a psycho, men on Tinder specifically pretty much always reach out first. It's in the high 80s, percentage-wise.
Wow. So this is a real anomaly.
Yeah. And so, not saying he doesn't, I don't know how much time he spends on Tinder or whatever. That's none of my business. Most of the time, men reach out first, and men reach out more often first. I was literally on Tinder, I would just get on there when I was bored. And I got so many messages. tons of, like, my inbox was just flooded with messages. Like, this person super liked you, and this person wants to talk to you, and this person says, hey, hi, what are you doing? And it's boring. So, and like the first time I was like, oh, good, how are you? And like, I would do the whole like, here's the formalities, and like, what are you doing? What's up? What's like, tell me something interesting. They're like, oh, what are you looking for? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm on Tinder for no reason, basically.
You were on Tinder for trolling fun,
well,
but
I couldn't
you can't
tell
lead
them
with
that. So I was just like, I'm just checking out what this is all about. Like, I'm divorced and whatever. I wouldn't even say that. Like, I'm single. I'd never told anyone I had kids because I think that's highly inappropriate. And there's a lot of things that go into that. Anyway, so, but it just kind of gets into this rhythm of things, and people are just so boring. And they're always trying to impress you, or they're trying to act like real smooth and real cool. And they're like saying stupid shit like, my day was really timid. And
hey, no,
mm-hmm.
no.
Yeah, sorry, Chad.
No,
mm-hmm.
No, you cannot come down on Chad like that. No,
if I reject it. Listen to me. If I would have messaged Chad and been like, hey, boy, or whatever she's trying to, she's trying to say, and he's like, hey, girl. And then she's like, what you doing? And he's like, the day was rather timid. And I'd be like, well, that sucks. Like, you're just giving me especially because I'm just a troll. And it's actually funny because I was just thinking about this a few days ago. And I was like, man, I should pull up my old Tinder conversations because I just trolled people so hard.
No, I
was just like, especially if they weren't, like, sometimes I had good conversations with people and like really fun, a good like back and forth, like little,
Sure.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm like, this is a good time. And I'm like, hey man, thanks for a good time. Bye. Yeah, otherwise it's just like, I'm like, you guys suck. Tinder sucks.
It does. I feel bad for Chad. And I honestly, I don't think that I only took snippets of the messages. So I think that there was probably more that was said that I didn't capture, but
man, being a woman on Tinder, you hold so much power.
And this woman abused it.
She could have at least sent like a funny gif or whatever.
I mean, something. I think for me, what really does it is the use of his first name.
I don't know. I loved that. That was my favorite.
That was really like, you took it to like a personal level in the first 6 messages at 2 a.m.
I like it.
I just picture like someone in a tub of ice cream, like half a gallon down. They're just mad at the world. So then they're going to scold somebody on Tinder.
I don't. I picture somebody literally exactly like me, but maybe with like black hair and some piercings.
I don't know. I never asked him what she looked like.
That's okay. But that's what I picture. And she's like, hey, my... And then just seeing that message of like the day was pretty timid, and then just being like... Because she's not emotionally invested in this fucking person, obviously. Sorry, Chad, I'm not trying to make you like not seem like you're a person, but from my perspective, I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at you through a screen. We've literally shared 2 texts, and I'm going to be like, hey, Chad. Like,
here's the thing.
I'm going to be like, I will address you by your first name because I think it's fucking hilarious. Like, I don't think she was being bitter. I think she was trying to be funny.
Oh, that's what.
And maybe it wasn't funny to him, but it's funny.
I didn't think that was to be like. No, I'm sorry. Like maybe in a different sort of light, but I just think it's weird, like that you're telling someone, oh, like, listen, Chad, you need to be thankful for the ability to relax. Like, I feel like the other half of that text is, because I never get to. I'm working all the time. I'm up here at 2 a.m. slaying people. It's ridiculous.
Sounds like a strong, independent woman to me, but what do I know? No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Yeah, maybe the other half of the message was saying that. It doesn't sound like it was. Was it, Chad? Chad, Tell us. I'm addressing you by your first name, and I need to know.
He's gonna come after you.
Do it.
I'm sticking up for him.
I fucking dare him.
Sticking up for him. I believe he was in the right on this one. Sorry, that went on for a long time.
Yeah, it did go on for a long time, and it basically ended us cutting like a couple minutes worth of content because Chad, you owe me $5. Thanks. So it's my turn.
It's your turn.
It's my turn to get it off my chest or whatever. Well, I'd like to start out by saying that we really suck.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. It's surprising, shocking information, but after a thorough evaluation, we suck.
At?
Everything.
Well, that's... I don't like that negative attitude, Jenna.
Neither do I, but do you want to know why? I have evidence to back it.
Okay. I'm ready.
We suck because, first of all, we have zero follow-through.
Meaning?
Meaning, like, okay, pretty much every episode, there's been something that we're like, we're going to do this thing. We're going to follow it up. We're going to let you know who the members of Destiny's Child are.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Beyonce, Michelle, and fuck. I looked it up. Why can I still not remember?
You tried to have follow through, and now you're not going to follow through?
Because we suck. That's
right.
kind of the point I'm getting at.
Fair enough. You've made your point.
Not only that, but you remember how we've had like plugs to our Patreon?
Yes.
Do you know what we haven't done?
Set up Patreon? I hope we have.
Well, I tried to set it up.
It's not set up.
It wasn't launched.
What?
I just launched it today.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Oh, wow. Well, sorry for all you folks that have been trying to go to Patreon.
Yeah.
And not being able to find it.
Or it was like 3 episodes ago or so. I said that I'm going to put timestamps on the thing when I'm editing it and blah, 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 blah. First of all, don't know how to do that. Okay. But I did in the description on episode 8 put like the time that my story starts and the time that Kara's story starts for you freaking sucky people who skip, you freaking skippers who won't hear this because you guys are skipping to the next episode. Either way, didn't do that for a couple episodes after we recorded it and released it.
Whoops.
So basically, we just suck in general. But, listen, hear ye, hear ye. Ding,
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding. We don't suck that bad. You want to know why?
Why?
Let me tell you. Here's the thing. We've had 320 downloads as of today.
Yes.
Through all of the regular podcast listening places, which is awesome.
Yeah,
because
that's
just
great.
a few weeks ago, we were like, oh, we reached 100.
I know, which was really exciting.
Now we're at 320. But YouTube doesn't count in those stats. So YouTube's at 70. So really we're at
90?
Yeah, 390.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
almost 400.
Hey.
Which is pretty close to 500.
Yeah, who knows how long it'll take to get there. So that's super duper cool.
Mm-hmm.
Soup's cool. Yeah, that's pretty much what I got. That's kind of my like little update thing. Sorry, Chad, for coming down on you so hard.
It's okay. He's tough. He was in the military.
He's got it. You're tough. Don't let that girl get to you.
Oh, he didn't. He unmasked her and moved on.
Good job, Chad.
Tad.
Oh, Chadpole. Little Chadpole.
What?
Chadpole?
Yeah, like tadpole.
I honestly don't even know how to respond to that.
That's what I'm going to call him from now on.
Chadpole.
Chadpole.
Nice. I'm not going to call him that.
Yeah, you are.
Maybe once.
I will. I'll do it next time I see him, whenever the next get together is. Like, what's up, Chadpole? He'll be like, what?
He'd be like, sup, girl?
Sup, girl? I'll be like, Chad, have a better attitude.
Like, fuck you.
You can't unmatch me, bitch. I'm right in front of your face. And then I'd make that face.
The fish face?
I'd like, yeah, like a fish/owl.
A fish owl?
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Chadpole.
Thank you. Okay.
One more thing. That's really cool.
Yes.
You know, the entire west side of the country's on fire.
I mean, that's lots of smoke.
There's been so much freaking smoke in the air.
It's crazy.
Oh my God. But yeah, terrible fires affecting, you know, Washington, Oregon, and California. And the smoke here is just tremendous. It all came rolling in today.
Yeah, and I feel especially bad for people in a way, I think I was spoiled because I haven't had to deal with the smoke yet. And I know that there's been people who've obviously been in the thick of it for a while.
Yeah, and whose houses are in danger or whose houses have burnt down.
Oh, it's
which
terrible.
Is just so scary. And, you know, our hearts and thoughts go out to everyone who is struggling and suffering from these fires right now. We should probably try to find like a organization that people can donate to or something. Not that everyone else isn't already experiencing a hell of a time, because 2020 it's something else. 2020 is quite the year.
Yeah, for sure.
Who knows? It has to get better, right? You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it
knock
could
on wood.
Couldn't
Waiting
get
for
any
the
worse.
alien invasion.
Oh, you know what we should do? It should be like in the cartoons when you're like, well, things couldn't get any worse, and then it starts raining.
Oh,
That's
we should
what
all say
everyone
that.
should say. Everyone on the West Coast.
Everybody on the West Coast. Could this get any worse?
And 2 seconds later, a thundercloud will appear over your head.
Yeah, but, you know, me and you just saying it, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
No.
Rain dances, chants. Chant? Not chants. Chant for it. Chants.
Wow, that was...
I can't speak.
Wow, that was painful.
It's not because I'm stupid. It's just me. Wow, we're really bad at this today.
You just short circuit. You do that thing that you short circuit.
I do it all the time.
You didn't finish a word there in that
What
string
happened?
of sentences. That's okay. We're going to move on. It's all right. Take a deep breath. Ah, who's wa?
What?
Yes, who's wa?
Who's wa?
Who's wa?
Woo-saw.
Oh, woo-saw.
Who's wa?
Who's wa is my
Who's
made-up
wa?
word for this episode.
God
That's me saying
damn.
shit wrong again.
That's so who's wa?
I always thought it was who's wa.
Who's wa? Hey, what's that song? What is the song that you always get the words wrong? Oh! Hey, what's that song? It's like, heel toe, dotsy do, come on, baby, let's go.
The hoot scootin' boogie?
It's not hoot scootin'.
It's hoot scootin'.
No, it's fucking not.
I know, it's like boot scootin' or something.
Yeah.
Boot scootin' boogie.
Yes.
I thought it was hoot scootin' boogie.
Oh my gosh.
Oh well, I'm terrible.
It's okay. Anyway, so we should probably get into our stories now, huh?
Yes. Do you want to go first?
Nope.
Oh. Okay. I'll go first.
All right, sounds good. What are you talking about?
I am going to talk today about how this middle-class white boy
Oh my
in
god.
one of the nicest areas of Spokane thought he was a gangster.
Oh my god. And like, okay, before you start,
Okay.
I need to let people know, because I think we've abso-freaking-lutely covered this in prior episodes, that you are a nerd. I know it's news to you, but it has been a very apparently clear to every one of your peers for a long time. So this very nerdy white middle class boy,
Mm-hmm.
because you're going to tell a story from what age were you?
Oh, man. This was probably like middle school-ish
Oh, yeah.
era.
The most gangster of the time.
Like 6th, 7th grade, I'd say.
Sure.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, that's about the same time I got arrested.
Yeah, see?
Oh, God. And if you don't follow us on social media, you absolutely should, because there's a picture of that frickin'
Oh, that's glorious, that photo.
Mhm.
It definitely
I'm pretty sure I was 12.
That sounded refreshing.
It was.
Good grief.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Where was I? Before you interrupted me with that totally not sponsored by Sprite moment. Yeah, 6th, 7th grade, probably.
Yeah.
So there was, I'm definitely not going to be able to use their names, probably. Bummer. That's going to make this story
That's fine. I
difficult.
think if you use first names.
And not last names? Okay, we'll go with that. So there is a couple of kids on my block.
Uh-huh.
One of the kids' names was Brad,
Mm-hmm.
and the other kid's name, the other kid in question was named Javier.
Okay.
Javier was older than us. I want to say by 2 years,
Okay.
maybe more.
Sure.
Might have been more. 3?
2 or 3 years.
Maybe
difference?
4?
Oh.
3? I don't know. Anyway, so we were all friends and we were hanging out and stuff. And I think what happened is Javier must have watched The Godfather. Okay, because he decided that he was going to be the Don.
All right.
Okay, and we made. Oh man,
Did he have a cat?
No,
Oh.
he actually did. He had a Chihuahua.
Even better.
So this is terrible.
I am
this
so
is the only
excited.
thing I'm
This is-
embarrassed about. I feel like
God. And
I'm
it's hard to
normally not-
embarrass you.
it is. Yeah. And I just know that there are people from work that listen to this shit. And I will
Oh.
never live it down. I
Don't let
hope
him
they
live
don't.
it down.
I hope
Do
that
not
they
let him live
don't.
it down.
I
Make
hope-
fun of him forever.
I hope they don't listen. So anyway, we made this group called and so I guess part of that was the main 3. Okay, but our Timio was the other person who was Javier's brother,
Okay.
was also kind of involved, we'll say.
Okay.
So we were the posse for life.
Did you spell life with a Y?
Life?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you.
We were the
shoulda.
PFL or the P4L. And
Oh
we
my
came up with a
God.
gang sign for
What was
like,
it?
in our hands.
What was it? You had a
It
gang
was-
sign?
Yeah, I can't remember it.
I think it takes more than 3 people to
I
make
think
a
it was,
gang,
yeah, it
but
was like that. So this
so it looked like a sad dick.
oh fuck,
No,
it
that
does.
looked like a sad penis.
Can't. Is that it? Yeah, maybe
It
that was
still
it.
looks like
It was-
now it looks like a deformed penis.
I don't know. It was one of those. Anyway, you could see the P, the 4, and the L.
All I see is a dick.
Okay. Well, anyway, so we're the PFL, the P4L, the posse for life.
Sure.
So we had a little initiation
Okay.
because we knew how this gang shit worked.
Yeah, you guys are super. You gotta defend your fucking territory.
That's right. Ain't no
Rep
one.
your fucking click, bro.
That's right. So
oh God, I'm
I have-
uncomfortable right now. I just need to say.
I have a lot of stories from. So it's going to be hard to kind of limit it down.
this
but-
is the most cringe. Okay, go.
So for our initiation, it was something stupid. All we did was we hit I think it was like 5 times or something. Like we hit each other. Like each of us hit. So I.
I'm sorry. Did you say we each hit each other? I will let you finish this, but hold on a second. You guys set a limit. You're like, okay, here's the initiation. You're going to get a beat down, but only 5 hits, okay? Because we don't want any more than that. Like,
No, it's like 5. Like you take 5 solid, as hard as we can hit you hits, then you're in.
all right, cool.
So we each did that, and it hurt. Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
yeah. Oh my god. Oh man.
Yeah, really hard hits. Okay.
Really hard hits, yeah. It hurt. So
I'm sorry.
I'll have you know that I was in our group of 4. Number 2.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
You are so tough, babe.
Yeah. So There was a lot of things that happened.
Mhm.
We thought that we were cool, obviously. And then the next thing, of course, you got your gang sign. Well, now you got to have your gang tag.
Sure. Was it also a penis?
No, I could draw it for you.
You should draw it and we'll share it on the Facebook.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was basically, just to describe it, imagine drawing a capital P. And you know where you loop around the P?
You keep going
You
and
keep
make a dick
going.
and balls?
No,
'Cause it's
no,
a
no,
penis?
no. No. You could make a big capital P and you keep going with the P until you. So basically, the P and the 4 share the same stem, right? So if you were to write a capital P, the loop would be on the right and then the 4 would be on the left. Part of the same thing.
Yeah. So it's a dick and balls, except for one of the balls is deformed.
And then, well, hold on. But then it would be a capital L. So the capital L, the capital P, and the capital 4 all shared a stem.
Crooked dick with broken ball. Okay, got it.
Doesn't it look anything like a dick? And in fact, I actually think that was quite clever.
Sure.
It was, for 6th graders, 7th grade, whatever.
Super cool.
Super
I
awesome.
understand. Sorry. I know you have to rep your crew.
Yeah, I will, PFL. So,
Pussies for life. What is it
fuck you.
again?
So, some shit starts happening. So, Javier decides, he's like, yeah, dude, he makes a homemade tattoo gun.
Great. I gave myself a tattoo once. Go on. Sorry, that's a story for another time.
So, he's trying to convince me to get this tattoo.
Uh-huh.
But I'm a Mormon gangbanger, right? So,
right.
that would be morally reprehensible.
Yeah, you were.
He decides to tattoo himself on the inside of one of his fingers with our gang sign.
Okay.
That, to my knowledge, he still has to this day because it's a fucking tattoo.
Sure.
It's a horrible tattoo. And after I saw it, I was super grateful that I didn't let him tattoo me.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, so that happens.
Uh-huh.
And then we got a hold of some spray paint and we started sneaking out at night and tagging the city. And some of I don't know if I should say this actually.
Why?
I don't know. It's incriminating. There was some schools that were tagged.
Okay.
There was some churches that were tagged. There was some, because we're just hellions, and that's what we did.
Super
Lots-
badass.
lots
you
of-
guys were so cool.
Lots of fence lines.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we were tagging the city. We got into parkour there for a while, so we started climbing on businesses, rooftops and jumping rooftops, and see, most people sneak out and they go party or they go, like one time a friend of ours was out of town and we knew he was out of town and he had a hot tub in his backyard.
So you used it?
Of course we did, right? Because that's so cool. We're so badass.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, this is where the breakdowns started happening for me, which is there was a house that's on my street that is been vacant since the beginning of time.
Right.
Okay. So we're just like, they have this rock retaining wall on this
Mhm.
basically
Oh,
abandoned house.
Yeah.
And we would hang out and just sit and talk and, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Well, then we start kind of wandering around and there's a lock on the garage door.
Okay.
One of us breaks the lock open
Mm-hmm.
with, I think it was an axe.
All right.
Just like, blam, blasted it off there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go in and there's a really long knife and it's just full of shit and there's some other stuff. And a couple of these items are removed from the home. Okay, from the garage.
By
And-
removed, you mean stolen?
Yeah, they were stolen.
All right.
So one of us comes up with the plan that we're going to go back there because this has happened during the day.
Uh-huh.
And so we're going to go back there that evening and clean the place out, basically, is the idea. Because I have a conscience, I wasn't going to let that happen.
Because you were a God-fearing young man.
Yes. And I'd already felt guilty about the lock being broken.
Oh, I can imagine.
Right. So I knew where this house was abandoned, but the person who owned it lived 3 doors down,
Yeah.
or 4, 5, 6, 7 doors down, whatever.
On the same block.
Yes.
Yes.
So I let them know, like, hey, I came up with a story. I was like,
Oh,
I
God.
heard these people talking about potentially breaking into your house. So you may want to do something about that. And so they go and stay the night at this house, which spoils the plan, obviously, right?
Right.
Right. They weren't very happy about that.
Yeah.
Right. So whatever, that blows over. I can't remember. I think I was hit with a bike chain.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Children are awful.
So anyway, that was fucking stupid. And then one day we're in this shed in the backyard,
Uh-huh.
and we're all in this tiny shed. It's like a closet basically, right?
Uh-huh.
And we're all in there, and he's like, I got to show you guys something. And we're all inside this garage, and he pulls out a gun.
Great. How old are you? 12?
12, 13, I am.
Fuck me.
Yeah. And like immediately I'm like, is it loaded? He pulls the magazine out. There's obviously ammo in it. He cocks it back, and now it's loaded, right?
Oh my God.
And he hands it to Brad. And this is my sweating palms moment. I don't really know what I was thinking to this point. It was just all fun, doing something you're not supposed to, and there's like a rush with that.
Sure.
And here, the breaking and entering thing, I was like, we're beyond, like, this is an actual felony in which I could...
You could have gotten in trouble for any number of things. You're kind of doing your little kid rebellion thing. And yeah.
The destruction and theft of property to me just seems... And I don't know, it's probably because I grew up in Spokane. I see fucking graffiti everywhere,
Well,
right?
sure.
And so you just think like, oh, I'm just adding my piece. But now Brad has his gun.
Well, I think that if you don't mind, I think that the difference here is you were seeing, like, you're hurting things. These things aren't, it doesn't matter if they belong to people. They're just things. Now somebody has a gun, and that has an effect that is more than just things. That could end a person's life.
Right.
That is far more serious and could get you in obviously more trouble, which it sounds like that was your concern.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm just, why?
Yeah.
Right? And so I asked. He's like, well, because every gang's got a gun.
Ugh.
And I'm like, oh boy, this is not good. This is bad. This is bad. Basically, this 13-year-old has a gun. And Brad, I don't know if he'd ever handled a gun before in his life, but he was pointing that thing. At a certain point, that gun was pointed at me. And I had shotguns before because my stepdad kind of got me introduced to that world.
Sure.
And so, like, I knew, like, you never point a gun at simple gun safety stuff.
That is something that I learned with toy guns. Don't ever point the gun at a person. Like, literal toy guns, like, my parents would freak out and be like, do not point that at a person. And I'm like, that's not real. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's not real. You don't point a gun at a person. Plain and simple.
Yeah. And another thing is you don't put your finger on the trigger till you're ready to fire. So Brad has his finger on the trigger. He's pointing it everywhere. I don't know if the safety's on or not.
Oh my God.
But I'm starting to have a mental breakdown. And I'm like, Javier, you need to grab that fucking gun from him, okay? Because
you were such a good boy, really.
He's going to fucking kill somebody. He's going to kill me. He's going to shoot you. He's going to shoot somebody. He might not shoot anybody. He just fires the fucking thing. And now...
And then we're all in trouble.
We're all seriously screwed.
Yeah.
Grab that fucking gun from him. So he finally does, and he tucks it back in his pants.
Which is also stupid, but whatever.
Oh my God. This is fucking terrifying. So anyway, at that point, I'm like, this is not a good idea anymore. Right? And so kind of slowly over time, I'm just not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my story for you.
That's the story?
Yeah, I'm not so sure I should have used their names in case they were to ever stumble upon this podcast.
Yeah, it's not like you gave last names. A lot of people are named Javier, and a ton of people are named Brad.
Yeah, so anyway. To Javier and Brad, thank you for the good times. We had fun. It was good. We all survived it. I had my fair share of moments in there, I'm sure. Anyway.
It's so
that's
funny
my
to me
story.
that you ever thought you were gangster. Like the thought, literally the thought of you tagging anything makes me, or putting up a gang sign, literally
Such an idiot.
it like brings this like uncomfortable, anxious embarrassment up from the pits of my stomach all the way up, and it just makes me want to like, it just makes me want to laugh at you because it's just so funny. Because like you had illustrated in your story, you weren't that person. You were this very straight-laced boy
Yeah.
who obviously, like, you're going through changes and you're trying to figure out, like, how to be mature and how to be a man and what that looks like. And I think that honestly plays a huge part in it, is this, like,
Probably.
I'm a man and I'm growing up and I'm not a little boy
Sure.
and I want to be tough. And then it's like, yeah, this is me being tough and this is me having my rebellion. And I really think that is a lot of what that was for you. But picturing it, because you backpedal so quickly, you're like, yeah, I'm going to be bad. And then you're like, wait. Hold on. This is a really bad idea, you guys. I'm going to go tell the neighbor. I'm going to go tell the person who lives in this house that somebody maybe might be coming to get into their house in a minute. And
I feel ashamed. I can't help
Welcome.
Guilt.
Bask in it. We have a whole shame bath over here to your left. You will see it. It is not quite warm and not quite cold. I wouldn't say room temperature either. It's just slightly uncomfortable. And it is full of shame. Beautiful story. God, I personally love, because I've known you since we were 7.
Yeah.
It is my favorite thing to picture middle school you thinking that you're super badass, because then I remember coming up to you and you just being like this little like red-faced like you're like, oh, you're always so scared of me, and you just always like you do this thing where you pull your head back a little bit.
Yeah.
And you try to be like cool, but I knew you were so uncomfortable, and it was so sweet.
It wasn't that it wasn't that I was scared of you.
Oh yeah, you were.
No. It's not about, there was maybe a brief time you were a little scary.
I mean,
But-
afraid of me because you.
I was
Were a
afraid of
boy.
you because you were a girl.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you were talking to me.
Oh, I know.
And you
But
were,
that's what I mean.
And I thought you were really attractive, which made it
Oh, I
that
know.
much worse.
Oh,
you
I
should have
know.
just been ugly. We could have been friends for all of time.
Oh no, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying, is you were scared of me
Yeah.
for
I
that
was.
reason, and I knew it. And
I
was
know.
like, watch this shit. But I loved you so much. I loved you a lot. It was really nice walking home with you and making you blush. And so it's just funny to me picturing you thinking you're a gangbanger, because I'm like, yeah, right. Because I would tell you the stuff I was doing, and you're like, oh my God, Jenna, you shouldn't be doing this. And you would lecture me
Of
the whole
course.
walk home.
Of course.
We would walk a mile home from school, and this boy would lecture me on how I'm wrong and what I'm doing isn't right and how I should change my ways.
Hey, but you want to know something?
And meanwhile, you're like, I'm in a gang.
Yeah, but you want to know something?
What?
You know, first of all, 2 things. 1, you kept coming. You kept coming, even though I lectured you.
Because I loved you.
You kept coming back, and I think it's because you knew, and there needed to be somebody to tell you, and that somebody was me.
No.
And I was the person who
You're
was telling
wrong,
you.
first of all, because I thought you were adorable. And if that meant you had to lecture me,
I did
then
have to
so
lecture
be
you.
it. But I was still going to tell you. I still did it, didn't I? I still did everything that I did for years and
but
years.
you needed
And-
someone to tell you,
Oh, I had
to
plenty of people
remind
telling
you. Yeah, it's different. 2,
I know you
number
like
2.
to think that you're this voice of reason.
I was.
Nope.
My
know
voice was reasonable. You may not have listened.
No,
You
I
never
heard
listened.
you. You're like, you're a sinner and I hate you.
That is not what I said. How dare you?
You were definitely.
Number 2, did you ever think that maybe I was trying to be a badass because I noticed that all the people you were hanging out with were badass?
Are you trying to blame your stupid gangbanger face on me?
No, I'm just saying maybe there was some subconscious shit at work there that I'm seeing now that I'm 26 that I couldn't when I was 13.
Maybe. That sounds like it's your own fault. You were adorable and also super embarrassing and nerdy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love that you have no shame though, and that's the one thing that's super that you feel all of the shame for.
I do. That's probably it. I've lived a good life.
I know. It's weird to me that you grew up religious and that you have no shame.
Yeah, I don't.
It's really weird.
I think it's just the family dynamic.
It is. It makes me so uncomfortable.
No shame.
No shame. You will say the most outrageous shit to me, and I'm like, what? Like the type of stuff that makes you like gulp. You're like, huh?
Yeah, but that's
Like,
just
yeah,
like
that's what I
everyday
just-
language
Oh, man,
for
it's
us.
so weird. Anyway,
But anyway,
thank you for your story.
Yeah, you're welcome. Do you have a story?
Yeah, I have a story. Here's the I would be so much more excited about this, but here's the thing.
Yeah, I already know who. Yeah. Well, this is
This-
exciting.
It's super exciting.
our
so
first-
we got our first
Email.
email. And I said that like 2 episodes ago. I said that. And which means also that was a few weeks ago or so. And Montana's like, oh, really? Who is it? And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'm going to tell you on the air. Here's the fucking thing, Kevin. That's right. I'm addressing you by your first name. Here's the thing, Kevin. You had to just reach out to Montana and hang out.
I know.
And Montana is telling me, oh yeah, Kevin's been talking to me and this and that and the other thing. And I'm looking at him like, does he know? Does he? I'm trying to like read his whole vibe and see if he knows that Kevin's the one who emailed in. He's like, why are you looking at me so weird? No reason, nothing. Because I'm a terrible liar. And and then he's like, oh yeah, Kevin's coming over on this day. And I'm like, great.
Yeah.
So he comes over. Kevin, great to meet you. So happy to have met you. Super cool dude. And then while he's here,
Yeah, he mentions
he
that.
mentioned that he
emails it.
fucking emailed.
I know. After you kept it a secret
And
for
I'm like-
weeks.
And I'm like, you fucking bitch.
Yes.
And he's like, and Montana says, oh, it's him. And I'm like, yep. Glad we're recording in a couple days. So Kevin is the one who wrote in, a good friend of yours that you met through work. How long have you guys known each other?
Oh man, that's a good question. I'm gonna say 3 years.
Yeah, I was gonna at least since the last time you were married.
3
Or
years.
not, you're not married now. Everyone's gonna think we're married now.
I know.
Oh
I know.
God.
Since the last time you were married.
Since the last time you were married.
I'm not married. So
Not
anyway,
married.
so yeah, probably 3-4 years.
Okay.
And we had a great friendship.
Can't say had like it's over.
Well, I mean, we still do.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
really
we're
nice.
We're reconnecting.
Yeah, and he has a very nice wife whose name shall not be named in this episode.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yes. So don't say her name. We are going to be referring to his wife as B.
Okay,
All right.
nice.
Perfect, because Kevin wrote in a story. Apparently you've heard this story, so I'm interested in hearing your perspective on this.
Okay,
And it's not the Smurf story.
okay, got it. I'm ready.
All right. So, my wife and I were going to a wedding in Montana. It was for one of my wife's old coworkers. I got to go since my wife was in the bridal party. The day of the wedding, I was drinking with the father of the bride before the wedding and got yelled at by my mother. And got yelled at by the mother of the bride since drinks were to be given out after the ceremony.
Not before or
Drink number 1. Fight.
What? Drink number 1, fight?
Yeah, like, it's in
Oh,
like
I
Mortal
gotcha,
Kombat
gotcha,
or
gotcha.
something. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
round 1, fight.
Fight! Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were telling me Kevin got in a fight after having one drink. I thought that's what you were just trying to tell me.
Nah.
Okay, carry on.
The ceremony was completed. Then they served food and drinks. The best part was the elk meatballs and a huckleberry sauce. It was very delicious.
Sounds good.
That sounds good.
Elk meatballs?
Oh,
Hell
God,
yeah.
I love me some elk balls.
No, babe, no. I mean, yes.
Yeah, give
Yes.
me them elk balls and huckleberry sauce.
I don't know about the huckleberry sauce.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a little weird.
delicious.
Please, tell me more.
I then proceeded to drink while my wife went and did photos and other bridal party stuff. Drinks 2 through 5. Then,
Oh, this is great.
as we were sitting during dinner, we did a champagne toast. Drink 6.
Wow, he's got to be toasted.
Holy shit, what a day. After that, we then had dancing and more drinking. By this time, we forgot how many I think he had drink since he wrote this email. Because this is very drinky reedy sometimes. Sorry, Kevin. By this time, I forgot how many drinks followed since it was an open bar. B noticed I was being a little more annoying than normal and wanted to go back to the hotel. The venue was about 35 minutes from the hotel. We were probably the last few to leave since we were in the bridal party. I got in the limousine first, and we were up near the front. How many drinks in are we? 6-ish?
Oh, I think, okay.
That's a good place to be,
Now,
right?
for the first time,
You're remembering?
I'm remembering.
It's all flooding back.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Sounds like it was about to flood back for Kevin, too. In this limo were the bride's parents and a few couples who were also the best man and woman. They sat in front of me and B, who was next to me. Of course. Naturally. Now, I passed out in the limo only to wake up as we were about to park. I woke up to my wife pinching my nipple.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin. I know the pain of that, my friend.
I do really think that me and the wife need to get together because I think we could be real close.
Fucking nipple pinching fiends.
She sounds awesome. In my shock of waking up, I got that mouth-watering feeling. You know the one when you're drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it all comes flooding in. I puked a little in my mouth and I swallowed it.
Good job. Way to
As-
choke it down.
As this happened, the limo parked. I couldn't hold it in anymore. I brought my hands up to hold back what I could. I managed not to get any on B, but the bridesmaid was not so lucky.
Oh, yes, I remember this.
I'd be so fucking mad.
Oh, and the dress and everything, too.
I'd be
Oh,
so-
man.
Oh.
Kev, no, buddy.
No! I got all over the lower part of her dress. I turned my head to the left and puked again on the TV in the limo.
No, dude, that has to be so embarrassing for
Mm.
his wife and for Kev.
So, naturally, people started to pile out. As it cleared out, I crawled down the limo on my hands and knees. And now that I've met Kevin, this is even better because I just am picturing him like army crawling out of a limo.
Like he's fucking defeated. Oh, that fucking limo beat his ass.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
As soon as I got out, I ran. All I could think was to get to the back entrance of the hotel and get upstairs to our room. I was at the door and I could see my wife coming down the hallway shaking her head.
Oh no.
Can you picture it?
I can.
Oh man. She's-
Kevin's wife is not one to fuck with either.
I really like her already.
She'll put you in your place for sure. So I've been told anyway.
You haven't met her?
No, I've met her, but
Oh.
like she's never had a reason to come. I've never given her a reason to put me in my place.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh man, I want to meet her. That's exactly the kind of woman I like to surround myself with, is the ones who will just fuck people up. They're my
Jesus.
favorite. I'm like, you are fearsome and beautiful and majestic I admire you.
Yes.
Anyway, she was so mad at me, you couldn't believe it. We get back, we get back to the room, and I couldn't even clean up my shirt and tie because I was just too drunk. I was told the next morning by my wife that she wanted to smother me with a pillow. She was so mad. B wanted to leave early the next morning before anyone was awake. They had planned to go shoe shopping, I want to say. It says show shopping, but certainly that cannot be right, Kevin. Shoe shopping, but we bounced at like 6 a.m.
Nice.
She drove about halfway before I woke up all hungover. The moral of the story is, do you want to guess the moral of the story?
Don't drink before a wedding.
Don't fuck with your wife?
If you're gonna puke, tilt your head up so you drown in it and don't have to worry about your wife killing you.
So you don't die of embarrassment. Instead, you'll just asphyxiate on your own.
What is it?
Drink responsibly.
Very nice.
P.S. Please tell us about the first time you were drunk. Looking at you, Montana. I remember you tried to jump over a planter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a fun time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to a bar with Kevin. And I got really drunk. This is one of my very first drunk experience. Like, that was the drunkest I'd ever been in my life to that point.
Yeah.
Yep.
How old were you?
21? 22?
Was this after you'd been married?
Yeah, so this is like right after my divorce.
And then you would have probably been, we both got married when we were 21.
I don't know. 22 then?
23?
No. That doesn't sound right.
If you were 20, what year did you get married?
I don't know.
I'm going to guess that it was 23.
I think I got married in... I don't know. I can't remember the dates.
Okay.
Anyway,
you got super drunk. You were over 21. You were definitely legal.
I was legal. We were at a bar.
You tripped over a planter?
No, what happened? So we were at a bar. So we went to the first bar. I had a lot to drink. Then we went to the second bar. And I couldn't even like keep my head up, bobbing around, and like I'm feeling a certain type of way. I will say, so on that day I had to go and meet my ex-wife, and so during my divorce, I developed this really fun thing where my muscles would twitch because I was stressed to the max.
Yeah,
and it would keep me up all night, and it would drive me crazy all day. Mm-hmm. So, Jesus, that can just about took out your tooth. Oh, how many of those have you had?
Don't worry about it. I have to pee. Hurry your story up.
So anyway, I took muscle relaxers and then got drunk.
That's a bad idea.
So I was really fucked up.
That's a bad idea.
And so we're walking downtown and I was like, I could jump over this planter, no problem. And I'm running and I jumped. And I was nowhere close, and I hit that fucking thing hard.
Oh my
God. I remember hitting the ground, and I was in a lot of pain. And I was fucked up, and I was in a lot of pain. And then Kevin, I think, probably picked me up. I don't remember. Basically, after I hit the planter, I can't tell you what happened from then on. I know that Kevin got me home. He took me to my apartment, I think. Mm-hmm. And then I know he picked me up the next day and took me to my car.
Oh.
Yeah.
What a sweetheart. Kevin's cool.
Kevin's awesome.
Excited to meet the wife someday.
Yeah.
And they have a cute little baby too. So, awesome. Alrighty. All right. We're just wrapping it up. We had our stories. You were once a Mormon gangbanger.
Yes.
You have friends who puke on limos.
Yes.
And women.
Yes.
And you trip over planters.
Yes.
This was a very Montana-centric episode, and I am here for it.
It was, yeah.
Very good. Very good. So, thank you so much for these stories. We're so happy to feature our first listener email. It's super awesome. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Now I remember. Let me open up my phone real quick. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. Oh, okay, back. Sorry.
Okay.
All right. We talked about our downloads earlier, right?
Yeah.
Oh, but I forgot to mention our locations because it was really exciting to me. So I did talk about France. I know about you, France. Okay, anyway. But you know what? I realized that like there are plenty of other places that like listen that aren't our moms and dads and friends and family and all that good stuff
Yes.
that didn't get a shout out. So I just wanted to take a moment and talk about our top 10 places for downloads.
Okay.
So out of all of our episodes, only 72 of them, not 72 episodes, 72 of our downloads have come from Spokane, Washington.
Nice.
The second highest download place, and a massive shout out to Anchorage, Alaska,
Nice.
followed by Spokane Valley, Washington, followed by Seattle. Then, I have no clue how to say this. One of y'all over here in Virginia need to tell me how to say this, but I'm going to say it how it's spelled. Dundas, Virginia. You are in 5th place here.
Wow.
Chicago, Illinois, Boise, Idaho, Mesa, Arizona, Casper, Wyoming, and Clichy, France.
Wow. Look at that.
Look at that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's right. Frickin' France, you're in our top 10. And I swear, if you don't email me, you're going to break my heart. You are actively breaking my heart.
Don't go breaking my heart.
You know what, Alaska? You're awfully silent too. So do with that information what you will. Virginia, Illinois, Idaho, Arizona, Wyoming, get on it. Email us. You want to know where you can email us? Hold on. Let me tell you. You can email us at sweatingpalmspod. That's sweating with the ing, palms, PALMS, pod, POD, at gmail.com. One more time, what was that? Sweatingpalmspod at gmail.com. Email in your sweating palm story. Tell us about who you are. I'm so truly more than your stories. I just want to know who you are. Like, that's super interesting to me. I just want to know who you are. What do you do? What do you like? Why are you listening? Seriously, why are you listening? Super cool. You want to follow? Hey, did you know that we're on social media? We are. We're on social media. We're on social media on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can find us at, Twitter too, but Twitter has a whole different, whatever. Twitter's ridiculous. Facebook and Instagram, find us at Sweating Palms Pod. Look us up, follow us. You'll know when new episodes are released. When are new episodes released, Montana?
Friday.
Every freaking Friday, bruh. Yeah, bruh.
Yeah, brah.
Yeah.
What up, brah?
What up, bruh? So follow us on social media. Twitter. If you want to find us on Twitter, are you a Twitter person? I'm not really, but we post on there. Certainly we post on there. We post on there and we are under the handle at sweating_palms. Sweating_palms.
Nice.
Yes. That's where we are on Twitter. You can get updates for new episodes. You'll get teasers and little extra photos. Kara's road rash. Jenna looking like a shitty 12, 13-year-old. Just all of the good stuff. Spooky ghost videos. Spooky. I'm going to have to go ask your mama for a picture of you when you were in middle school.
Yeah.
I could just pull up my yearbook.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
It looks like a mugshot.
Oh, and it would have hearts around it because I put hearts around your name because I loved you.
You're so nice.
Fucking adorable. Anyway. So find us on social media. Hey, finally finalized our Patreon page because it turns out you couldn't even find us on Patreon if you wanted to.
Now you can.
Now you can. And you know what? More than ever, because I was like, I don't care if people donate to Patreon. And then I'm like, this is a full-ass time job. This is a whole second job. Probably, I would say for every episode you hear, there's probably 15 hours of editing that goes into it.
Ugh. Yeah.
Putting it into video format for you guys to view it on YouTube, just editing it to go out on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, wherever you're listening.
Mm-hmm.
All of that, it takes a lot of time. Not to mention any research or thought that goes into it, plus recording time. It's basically another full-time job. So if you care to donate, as little as $1 a month, and please let us know what kind of content you want to see. You can officially, you can find us on Patreon if you search Sweating Palms Pod. So it's like patreon.com/sweatingpalmspod.com. You can find us. I checked it myself personally today. It works.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Anything else we need them to know?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Well, then shit, you guys have a great night, day. When are you listening? So many things I want to know. Email us. sweatingpalmspalm@gmail.com. Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.